how can we achieve it in the modern world order, which is also an important question.
Thank you, Professor Chakraborty. At the outset, let me uh, convey the expression of my deepest satisfaction that today on this day we are enjoying or celebrating the platinum jubilee of this great institute of India, which has shown the whole country the way a new technological institute can be started. And it's indeed a great thing to see that our, the coordinator of this session itself, Professor Chakraborty, you should know that he is a person who right from his undergraduate, postgraduate, PhD, everything he did, he didn't go outside, he did it in IIT Kharagpur itself. That gives, one of the brilliant scientists, similarly Indonesian also. So I am really quite satisfied on that. In response to your question, I think that I would like to tell you a small story. Because all this time we have been listening to lots of things. It's a story of a village Yatra. I think you all understand what is Yatra Bala. So I have heard this story from a very poor man. And he said that he used to take part in Yatra in a village while he was in a village near Bonga. So that gentleman, he said that we were organizing a Yatra Bala on Ramayana. So every day all the villagers will come, thrown in that whole place, and there will be, whole night there will be this Jatrapala. And it will continue maybe that for 15 days. One day what happened, that in Ramayana, the person who was supposed to act as Ravana, he became absolutely ill. And this gentleman I was talking to, he was acting as Rama. So Rama said that then how can we continue the Jatra today? So many people, they will come. So then somebody told that there is another person in another village who can perform Rama's also, because he is quite good, quite well known. So Ravana's place. So he went to that person and said that look, for one night please you help us, you act as Ravana in my play. So that gentleman thought for a while and he said, agreed, but I have got a condition. What is that condition? You have to pay me 100 rupees. So this gentleman thought that in a village, 100 rupees is too much of a money. And then he said, it's okay. For every night, if the next night also, if it continues, another 100. So lots of economics is involved here. And then, on the very first day, when the play was about to end, Lord Rama, he came up with the bow, and as he was going to kill Ravana, Ravana said, wait. Everybody according to Ramayana knows that you are going to kill me. কিন্তু তুমি বানে আমাকে মারতে পারো, জ্ঞানে আমাকে মারো তো দেখি. So you have to kill me by your wisdom, your knowledge. Can you kill me by that? So Rama, what to say? So he said, okay. Now Ravana said that I will ask you a question, 10 questions. And you have to answer all those 10 questions. And if you can answer all those 10 questions, I will admit that you have killed me by your wisdom. Gyane amake merecho, bane noy. Don't kill me by ban. So what to do? Rama agreed. Then he said that my first question is very important, that I have got 10 heads. Okay? That means 10 brains. Swami Atmapriyananda, revered Swami, so he said that He was talking about consciousness and brain and anatomy and all. So the first question is, can you explain how a person, I'm a human being, I have got 10 heads with 10 pieces of brain. How is it possible? How can I think? How can all these brains coordinate with each other? My limbs are coordinated with this. So can you explain me? So Rama thought that it's a very difficult. So he said, okay, Ramana, for today it's over. Next day again, at the same time, we'll start. Now for that day, he got free. But next day again, Rama has to come and start with the answering the same question. And questions are online. He is asking questions, you have to give me the answer. Each of your answers will give rise to some more questions which you have to answer. And this way, 10 questions, after you answer all the 10, then I will allow you to kill by bana. You can kill me. So that's very interesting. So I thought that this man was thinking that 10 days, 10 into 100 rupees, 1000 rupees, his whole life's, whatever he could accumulate, it will all go in that yatra, in that 10 days program. But remember that it appears that all the 10 days, the whole lot of villagers, they thronged that round to only know that what is the next question, today's question, and how Rama answers them. This was one of the things which was very, very essential and embedded in our education system. In the development of new technology, this is extremely important. You ask me questions, I give you answers, you ask me more questions. So that was the relationship between students and teachers. So I thought that okay, and then 1000 rupees were gone. I asked that person, that villager, how could you manage? It was a huge thing, 1000 rupees those days. So that man said that yes, I had spent 1000 rupees, but all the villagers could know some of the best answers that for a villager was possible. I have written those 10 questions in today's perspective. Remember that each of the questions, all our students, if anybody is here, you should be able to answer. Number one question, how does a human being with 10 heads think in 10 different ways? If you just go through the literature, they say, I had gone through some of the literature in this area, that there are some, twins which are having two brains, two heads. But then they have got two different hemispheres located in two different brains. It's a congenital thing, and then while one brain thinks about, it has got the functionalities of the left brain, it thinks in that brain. But then how it can be performed in different sectors. I do not know that anywhere in the world today, some people have thought about this question, which a small villager could think about, and then Rama in his own answer, in his own way he answered. Then second, third, fourth questions went on. And then the final question was, after 3,500 years in India, there will be a huge development. That is a development in several sectors. How will you manage one of the major problems, that is the water? You are all surrounded by water. My Lanka will be drowned by that time. Tell me how that drowning can be checked, and the whole world is going to perish. How can you check that? By sucking the carbon dioxide from air That means every year you have to suck about 7 billion tons of carbon dioxide from the air to ensure that 1.5 degree you get by the end of this century so that the world can survive. The points are whether it's in the form of energy, in the form of environment, water, and most importantly, in the form of the different types of health care problems, genetics and all. Now, how is it possible to solve these questions? And I'm still delighted to mention one more thing, that is while the new institute was going to be opened 75 years back, around that time, one of the greatest human being on earth, greatest personalities, his name is John von Neumann. He is the guru of Professor Parthopratim Chakraborty, and he is the father of the modern day computers. So von Neumann, he was talking about a new problem which the world is going to face after 70, he didn't mention that after 75 years, but in which we are going to face now is the problem of singularity in technology. Now that singularity days possibly are coming because of the rapid pace at which AI and machine learning and the associated developments in biology and biotechnology is taking place. So this is a huge problem, and the problem of tomorrow will be that since this pace is accelerated pace, and since there is no regulation, whether it's from the ethical point of view or from the governmental point of view, there is absolutely no regulation. So such things are outpacing the pace at which the human civilization moves. This will be the greatest challenge which I think Ravana must ask to Rama. He must have asked it 3,500 years back, and Rama has given his answer. So I have written all the 10 questions and answers from Shishirda's that small story which I had heard in a small village tea shop sometime about a year back. So, next, thank you.
Thank you. So you must have realized